Hello and welcome to a video where I'm very excited, right? And yeah, there's probably some financial agency looking and trying to hunt me down. But I have welcome to another PS2 pickup. We have 3 games, and trust me, I'm very excited. Because there's a game in here that I have owned before that I really want to own again, and I'm happy I picked it up. And I talked about this with the PS2 and 360 stuff, where I will eventually have to start moving on to more expensive games when I'm buying games, purely because I'll have bought most of, if not all, the cheap ones that I want. Keep in mind, I'm not a completionist collector. You're not going to find me buying stuff like Madden '08 and NASCAR 2005 on the PS2. Like, yeah, those games are dirt cheap, but I know for a fact I would never play them. It's kind of like I'll never pick up FIFA or NFL or any stuff like that on the 360. Watch this video age poorly, as I will probably eventually do those things. But here we have 3 PS2 games, and one of them I'm very happy to, pick up. And this game costs enough to the point where you could fund a really, really good episode of pickups for anything else with the price it cost me. But yeah, let's get started with this episode. First up, we have Iron Ace 2. So, this is pretty kind of self-explanatory. This one, it is, basically it's a flight game. Unfortunately, I just tried to scratch that off. That is damage to the case underneath the actual print. So, yeah, but for $250, like I said, it's what we were discussing earlier with the 361. Cheap games are cheap game, and I'm excited to add more of those to my collection. Especially it gives variety. Because I've made a video on here which got a ridiculous amount of views where I explained how I pick the game and what I'm playing. Because I have a certain amount of time after work every night where I sit and just play video games. That's how I choose that. But let's get these stickers off. I hate that. I'm happy it's not an I'm happy the main game in this video isn't like that. I don't know if anyone's guessed it yet. No, but I've got the credit card debt. But yeah, pretty cool game. Is there anything inside? Because PS2 games were notorious for coming with posters and stuff. What is this? This is just yes, it's your standard book. And I said this in the last 2 videos that I've made tonight, and quite a few of my more recent ones. 1 second. I don't know if this is like a new thing that they do, or if it's laziness, but the CEX staff keep leaving those in. But anyway. Second game is another one of the cheap ones. It's also like a war game. We got this. We got Naval Ops Warship Gunner, and this just immediately stood out as this looks like it could be fun. As well as being a cheap game, but you can pretty much see how this one works. Flip it over. It's a game I've not played. I've not played Iron Aces 2 either. So I'll point that out. I have played the game that's coming up out of this, which I'm overly excited about, as you may be able to tell. Let's get these stickers off. The first one, the case is slightly beat up, but I'm not too annoyed about that. There's no booklet, and that is included again. Again, I would love clarification. I might ask when I'm in, because knowing me, because I have to pass 2 of these stores on my way to work, I'm probably going to pick up more stuff. So these 2 games, these are alright. But the next game, it's the start of something that will not be in every episode, but I'm starting to lean this way with games. Picking them up finally. The main attraction in this one, we have, you probably, if you know me, you know it, this. We all know it. When people mention games that are like iconic to the PS2, the Futurama video game comes up. The Grand Theft Autos are like top there for that. Some of the racing games usually come up. There's probably others I can't think of. But this, for the price I paid for this, that's not too bad. I know there's games like for the PS2 like Kuon that cost a lot more. You can tell I've been watching that Caleb guy's videos. But anyway, unfortunately, anytime I've ever... Oh, holographic. Yeah, ADHD's in. Whenever I've seen this game and I've owned it in the past, because I'll make a video on why I sold my PS2 stuff last time, but I've never seen this normal. It's always as a platinum. Like, of course, it's got a platinum because it sold so well. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of platinums. I've actually just noticed a little bit of damage on the side, but I'm happy to pick this game up because there's a whole thing about a new Simpsons movie, and granted, the Simpsons' popularity is probably nowhere near what it was at one point. But I've been thinking about, like, this game could potentially go up in price because we don't seem to get games like this anymore. In fact, the Simpsons' last, like, proper game was on the Xbox 360 in '07, which is another game I've got. Costs roughly the same as this, but let's open this up. Oh, look at the back first. Over 50 mayhem-filled missions. Actual voiceovers by Simpsons cast. Authentic story by the Simpsons writers. That's probably why this game is goated as it is. Sadly, no poster or anything, but I may actually load this game up when we're done. But, you know, I wonder how long it will take me to top this. Obviously, these two games are what they are, but hit and run. Gotta love that. I'll see you guys in the next one.